Hey Virgos, I am here with your April 18th through the 25th weekly reading. I have the signs separated into days so you can see the schedule of how they come out in the description if you want to know. Your week is from Thursday to Thursday. So you and Aquarius come out on Thursdays. But if you'd like to know when your other signs come out, you can check the description, or you can just subscribe to the channel and you'll just be notified of all the videos. Sundays are my bonus, so I never know. I just go through my deck and like pull a card and then I do a reading on them. So when I was shuffling your oracle cards, I was really drawn to just her this time, okay? And like I was kind of like feeling like she's like, because you see how these like flowers are kind of wrapped around her legs a little bit, but I feel when I look at her face and her, just like her body structure, I feel like she's breaking free of something. She's finding her confidence. She's finding just herself here, okay? Like, I feel like some things are kind of trying to maybe hold her back a little bit, but she is definitely just getting more confident. Like, the look in her eye, I just, you know, I'm a Virgo, so I'm hoping that's the vibe I was getting. So let's go and see what we got. We have the Shadowscapes Tarot, Heal Yourself Oracle, 2 of the animal spirits came out, and Moonology. Also, all of those are in the description if you're interested. Okay, so we're starting with Strength reversed. All right, Sadness, Wasp Spirit, Sometimes Life Stings, Cat Spirit, Claim Your Independence, and Full Moon in Leo, Don't Let Your Pride Get in Your Way. I am also noticing that there's 2 Leo cards here. So some of you definitely may be dealing with a Leo, but I really feel with the 2 Leos being here, that is really just talking about strength, our strength, your strength, you know, individual strength. There's definitely still something that is you have sadness about, okay? That you're sad about. I kind of feel like you're kind of in this Wasp Spirit. Sometimes life stings. I think it did sting, and you're like, and you're sad about it, but you're no longer. I feel like you've transitioned from the hurt to claiming your independence here, okay? And gaining your strength here, because your strength is kind of in the reversed. I feel like this did definitely knock you down, okay? It did knock you down. But I feel like you're in the transition phase. You know, you're getting up. You're starting to move past it. One thing to be careful of here, especially with the Leo, don't let the pride get in your way of your strength, is what I'm kind of feeling. And another thing I'm feeling with this, don't pretend that this didn't hurt, okay? Don't pretend like it didn't sting as bad as it did. You know, it's like, oh, well, that didn't hurt that bad. You know, if that's what they want to do, let them do that. Or, you know, yeah, they thought it was going to hurt me, but it didn't. You know, don't put on a brave face and pretend like this isn't there, okay? Because there is sadness there. Don't pretend like it's not there, like it didn't hurt, all right? I feel like here, in order to get your strength back, you really do have to deal with the sadness and accept it, you know, like kind of own it. Yes, they did hurt me, but look at me, I'm moving on anyways. Yeah, that really sucked. They really did a number on me, or that situation, you know, it put me at rock bottom for a little bit. Like, I feel like you need to own it. And by owning that hurt and like the wrongdoing or however wrong it felt against you, that's how you're going to move forward. That's how you're going to get your strength back. You're going to be like, yeah, I was there, but look how far I've come. You know, yeah, they may have knocked me down, but nobody can keep me down. That's really what I'm feeling here. So let's get on to your general, and then we'll do your love. All right, so general, vice versa tarot, as normal. Virgo, Virgo, Virgo. Virgo, Virgo, Virgo. April 18th through the 25th. What is Virgo's focus, obstacle, advice, and potential outcome for April 18th through the 25th? Please and thank you. Virgo, April 18th through the 25th. Please and thank you. Virgos. April 18th through the 25th. You are moving away, okay? You are, look at that. Yep, you're getting your strength back. You're getting your groove back. Might have been your last reading. I feel like I haven't done a reading for y'all in a while. I just finally got a schedule and everything working right and over bronchitis, so. But you are moving on, okay? You're leaving the past behind. That's your, like, overall energy. That's your, you know, what you're really working on, like, bigger picture thing. Leaving it in the past, all right? And focusing on new beginnings. So you might be focusing on work. You might be focusing on maybe finding a new job or possibly even a new stream of income. Your obstacle here is the Emperor, though. So I'm feeling here that you just need a little bit more planning, okay? Possibly even a little bit more discipline. But another thing I'm hearing here, too, is that maybe you need to think bigger. Maybe it's okay to think bigger. You know, to look farther, you know, to kind of go out your comfort zone. Because, like, if it was this side, I would just be like, you know, you need to plan a little bit more. You know, really iron out the details, which is very Virgo-like anyways. That's what you're good at. But on this side, and for, I feel like I just keep hearing bigger. So you might be trying to, maybe you're just trying to plan, you know, you're making your goals too small, possibly. We'll see, we'll see. We're going to clarify these. Then we have the Three of Wands here. So, as your advice, so some of you may need to travel. Some of you may need to move. Not really feeling that too terribly much with this side. That's more of this side. But, and I definitely do get like the same vibe with this person, with these two cards here. Definitely you need to find a balance here, okay? You see the yin and yang, and balancing your emotions and balancing your, you know, water and fire, balancing your passion and your energy. So you may need more of a balance with that. That's kind of what I'm drawn to in this picture, in this card at the moment. Yeah, I'm really getting balance. So your advice is to really balance your emotions with your action, okay? And then we have the King of Pentacles, definite, you know, definite Virgo energy here, definite Earth energy, you know, also the other Earth signs too, but so this side of the King of Pentacles is showing, you know, things are looking good for this king. He is, you know, watching over his cattle, you know, kind of seeing how far he's gone. You know, things might be so good to, you know, he might have led his kingdom and all of that type of stuff to where things are very fruitful and abundant. And so he's, you know, he's saving some stuff for himself over here. All right, that he's not going to share with his kingdom because he doesn't have to. Everybody in his kingdom is fine. So really what I'm focusing here is that you need to save the good things for yourself. And that's what you start doing. You start, you know, you're still generous. You're still giving. But, you know, you're still saving things for you that bring you joy. All right? So that's a very good outcome because it's looking like things are great around you. You know, on the Queen of Pentacles, when she comes up reversed or on the back side, her throne is really worn. So it's like she's taken on too much responsibility, but it hasn't worn him or weathered him. It's looking great. But let's go ahead and clarify these cards for you. Clarify these cards for Virgo for April 18th through the 25th. Please and thank you. Why is the Ace of Pentacles here? Ace of Pentacles. Why is it here as the focus for Virgo? You're putting your guard down. You're opening yourself to new things coming in. You're opening yourself to new, possibly job related news coming in. You know, you're just opening yourself. You're putting down the barrier. It's almost like you had blocked yourself from material abundance type of thing, like maybe what's happened in the past, like really just put a block, and like the block is coming down. Because sometimes I read this card as a block being up, like you know, you have your defenses up so high, you're not letting anything in, even the good, but you're putting down you're letting your guard down, and you're open to new things. You're open to receiving. You know, you're getting rid of that, you know, those blocks and those defenses that you had. That's fantastic, because that's the only way you can let that in anyways, is if you're open to receiving it. And that's what I'm seeing here, is you're definitely open to receiving. All right, why is the Emperor here as the obstacle for Virgo? Why is the Emperor here as the obstacle? All right, 2 cards, and look at all those major arcanas. So this is something pretty serious you're dealing with, even though this is a weekly reading. Your obstacles are major arcanas, okay? So it's kind of like a big thing that you're kind of having to deal with that probably is spanning more than this week. But things aren't seeming very fair, okay? Like, I feel like how you've gotten here, especially in this, you were like, well, that just wasn't fair, okay? You don't really feel like there was much justice on your part. The good news is, though, you're still being encouraged that even though this justice wasn't there for you, and I kind of get that being your obstacle, it wasn't. It wasn't there, okay? The justice was not there for you. But, you know, with these two, I feel like it, even though it wasn't there then, you know, you can create something much bigger now because of it. That's a really weird way to read that, as your obstacle. But you need to create. You need to believe in what you can create. You also might be lacking a little bit of making a final decision on what you want to create. All right? Like, you're not very clear on what you want to create, which, you know, definitely does go back to the Emperor, you know, And if that's what's resonating more for most of you, is you need to kind of look outside of yourself, okay? You need to look beyond your immediate surroundings so you can kind of like think bigger, dream bigger, get a clear vision, maybe meditate a little bit and kind of get some of that, you know, spiritual help, or, you know, just quieting the mind a little bit so you can get clear on what you want to create. Because you definitely want to create something here. Both of these are definitely creators, all right? The Empress and the Emperor. There's lots of ways I'm reading this, but I mean, it kind of boils down to the same thing. Plus, you have the Empress and the Emperor. You have all the power. You have exactly what you need to create, okay? You have the Emperor, you have the Empress. I feel like you just don't have the clarity, or you don't feel like you have the justice. But you do. The justice is what's kind of making this a little bit harder on this. The justice reverse is what's making it harder for you to create, and that's why it's your obstacle. Let's see why the Three of Wands is here for your advice. Why is the Three of Wands here as the advice? Okay, so yeah, you're just feeling things aren't balanced. You need to get these, you know, you need to work on balancing these energies so you can balance them, you know, your material world. Another thing is that this can mean help and generosity. There may be help and there may be someone offering help to you. I don't feel like you should take it with this Six of Pentacles in reversed, because sometimes the Three of Wands is talking about teamwork and collaboration. If that does come up, I don't think you should accept that help. I think you have everything you need in yourself to do what you're wanting to do. The balance is going to come from balancing your emotions and your action. Also kind of being like disciplined with your action is kind of what I'm hearing. All right, why is the King of Pentacles here as the potential outcome? Please and thank you. Why is the King of Pentacles here as the potential outcome? Please and thank you. For Virgo, April 18th through the 25th. Why is the King of Pentacles here? Five of Cups. I'm just trying to make sure that you can see it. I know that's kind of getting close to the edge. So, you do have the Five of Cups here. So another thing is, like I said, whatever this is, it still kind of has a hold on you, okay? Not a stronghold. It doesn't have a stronghold. You're moving past it. You're letting it go. But look, in both of these cards, you know, it's like you realize you still have something. You know how I was talking about, I was drawn to the watermelon and all of the fruits and stuff that he's kind of saving for himself. Well, look, he still has two cups back here that he has saved for himself. So, you know, you're going to leave that behind. This might be, you know, kind of where your justice is coming in reversed, you know, but I see you saving stuff for yourself. I see you saving what you can for yourself so you can fully move forward. Don't feel like you're completely ready to move forward. Like I feel like you're still gaining your strength, and from all of the oracle cards, you know, you're still sad about the situation, but you are claiming your independence, and preparing for that, you are saving, you know, you're keeping some stuff to yourself. This could be emotions too, or plans, you know, you're kind of keeping it to yourself, but I really just see you, you know, kind of starting to put yourself first and planning ahead, and like, well, I'm going to need this, I'm going to start putting this behind, you know, saving this stuff for me so when I'm ready to fully move forward, and when the time is right, I'll have everything I need. So not a bad reading. Not a bad reading at all. Like I said, you're definitely in more past the hurt part of it. Like you're definitely claiming your independence and your confidence here. All right, so let's see what's, hopefully your love reading is great and that was just really talking about work or something, but we'll see. Virgo, what's happening for Virgo in love for April 18th through the 25th? Please and thank you. Pull an oracle card. Virgo, April 18th through the 25th. I feel like that's it. Attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. So some of you are kind of getting out a little bit more. Like I said, you're putting your guard down. You're open to new things. You're open to trying new things. You're open to letting new things in. That's your whole focus. And you are getting your joy back, okay? And that's making you very attractive. It's making you very attractive to those that you come in contact with. And it's definitely putting you on a higher vibration so you can attract love. So let's see what's happening for Virgo. April 18th through the 25th. And love. Please and thank you. 3 cards for the recent past for Virgo. Here's one. So in the recent past, you didn't feel like you had control over the situation. You felt like the situation was kind of controlling you and taking you wherever it wanted to go, all right? You were feeling, you know, just like you didn't have any control. 2 more cards for the recent past. Please and thank you. King of Pentacles reversed. You definitely weren't feeling like you were in the previous reading. You know, you weren't feeling grounded. You weren't feeling stable. You weren't feeling it for the long haul either, which kind of makes sense. Like if you feel like a situation is controlling you, yeah. So lots of things happening in the recent past. The Magician reversed. You felt like you couldn't manifest anything. You couldn't create anything. Definitely weren't feeling grounded or on solid ground, you know, or having solid footing. And you felt like the situation was controlling you, not the other way around. And you were just kind of along for the ride. Not necessarily how Virgo really wants to feel, okay? Your current energy, you're getting your sun back. You're getting your joy. You're getting your sunshine back. You know, your happiness. And I'm getting here that you're getting it from yourself. So you do have a King of Wands reversed and a Knight of Swords reversed. So I'm feeling like you could have been dealing with a fire sign. I am drawn to the Lion again, so it's possible it was a Leo. It's not the first, you know, you've had a lot of Leo cards kind of come out. But I feel like you're seeing, like, and if this isn't the person you're dealing with, I'm getting that this is your current energy. You've lost passion. You've lost any passion for this situation, okay? You've lost any attraction in this situation, all right? And you're not moving around blindly anymore. You're not rushing in. In fact, you're not making any, you're not taking any action because the passion, you know, the passion, the lust or whatever, the attraction, it's gone, okay? And if this is not your energy and it's theirs, you're kind of seeing them for who they are. And, you know, while they might be a nice person in y'all's relationship, you know, it's like it was their way or the highway. You know, they were the one who wanted to be in control, which does definitely go back to this, you know, not feeling like you were in control or even having a say in it, because this person, you know, might have been the one who wanted to, you know, control the relationship, and it didn't work for you. I definitely feel like this is your energy. You're not taking any action. You're just not, you know, if anything, you're cutting yourself off from the situation, all right? Because whether this is your energy or their energy, you don't like it, and you're wanting to find your King of Pentacles again, you know, on the not reversed, the right side up. But this is your focus. This is where you are. So I'm very happy to see that, you know. So what does the near future hold for Virgo and love? What does the near future hold for Virgo and love for April 18th through the 25th? Ace of Cups, a new beginning, new emotional beginning. So let's see what this is about. Because you're attracting someone in, you're looking attractive. And I feel like this is what's making you look attractive. I mean, this is exactly what these two cards are talking about, you know. So let's see. 2 more cards for the near future, the outcome, and love. The World reversed, and the 3 of Swords. So the heartbreak's still hanging around a little bit, all right? Still hanging around a little bit, but you're still getting over. You want a new beginning, but I feel like something is still trying to draw you back. Like, you want a new beginning because you're finding your happiness again, you're moving forward. But something from this heartbreak situation, you know, from this past. So maybe some of you were getting a divorce and, you know, you're having to wait for the court and all of that to be final. Or, sorry, it's pollen season and I have horrible allergies. So some of you, it's like you're ready for the cycle to end. You were ready, you're there, but it's just taking a little bit longer. I'm getting it's just talking about this heartbreak because you do have something new coming in. It's going to end. The cycle is going to be complete, all right? You just have to be patient because it's just taking a little bit longer than you would like. And if it has anything to do with courts and that type of thing, even though it didn't quite come up in your love reading, the Justice did come up, so, and your obstacles, so it might just be that that's kind of holding you back. I can definitely see that, but something is kind of preventing it from fully coming to a close. But it will. Just give it time. Just stay detached. Don't take any action on it. All right, now we'll do some advice. Advice for my Virgos for April 18th through the 25th. Advice for my Virgos. I feel like that's a lot of cards, but we'll go with it. We'll go with it. Your heartbreak coming back and the world coming back in. So your advice, look, but here you are. So you just need to be comfortable with you. Don't work with anybody on anything, especially this person. I feel like this is kind of talking to you, like, be yourself. Don't work, be a hermit. That's kind of what we're, comfortable being. Don't accept any help from this 3 of Swords here. Okay, and then we have just keep working on yourself. Keep working on you. You don't need any help, okay? You don't need, especially from this situation, you don't need any help. Again, the World coming up reversed. And the Six of Cups reversed. So, you may be feeling a little nostalgic. There may come a point in this week where your memories are kind of getting in the way. You know, you're kind of thinking back on the situation. Don't do that. You don't need to think back on the situation. Just focus on your work. And just ignore that this isn't ending yet, okay? The more you focus on how the cycle hasn't fully come to a close, okay? It's almost like the longer it'll take, okay? Because, like, I get it. All we want, you know, when you're done with something, you're done. You want it to end. You want it to be gone. You don't want to have to worry about it anymore. I get it. I get it. But sometimes it takes longer. So don't let the delay of this fully closing, you know, so you can get that new beginning you're wanting. Don't let it drag you back into reminiscing on the past. Don't reminisce. Don't do it. Just don't. Like when you start, you know, if you see something that kind of brings up a memory of that person or that situation, or brings up a fond memory, just be, you know, focus on something else. Count sheep or something. It's hard to do. I know. I get it. Right there, Virgo too. So just if you can, do the best you can to not reminisce on the situation, okay? Because that's kind of keeping it from slowing down the process of the cycle ending. Anyways, don't accept any help from the person that broke your heart. Don't. Just do you. Just do you, Virgo. And I feel here, especially with you coming up in the upright, that you know, you're definitely feeling more like yourself here, okay? You know, do things that you're definitely going to start feeling more like yourself, you know, because everything I see here is you really working on your independence, not accepting help, you know, not looking back. I see you really coming back to you. All right, Virgo, that's your reading. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next Thursday.